So let's go ahead and get started. We're here to talk about 5 key ways that you can help Oregon go to college. With a quick caveat note first, whenever we say college, we mean any type of education or training after high school. College is our shorthand because post-secondary training or education is awfully lengthy to say. Next, we want to be sure to introduce ourselves. I'm Adrienne Enriquez, and I'm a program manager with Oregon Gear Up, focusing on partnerships and statewide initiatives.
And I'm Dana Beck. I'm also a program manager for Oregon Gear Up, and I specialize in communications and resource development.
If you're not familiar with Oregon Gear Up, we are a federally funded program whose goal is to support low-income students in preparing for and succeeding in higher education. We work with specific rural schools to create college-going cultures using a research-based model. In the course of this work, we recognize that there's no central Oregon-specific resource for information for educators, students, and families with the basics of preparing for and applying to college. Therefore, we created Oregon Goes to College, which is a collection of resources and information to serve all Oregon students, families, and educators. Today, we're going to walk through 5 of the key resources that will help you support students and families. I'll turn it over to Dana to start.
Thanks, Adrienne. The first resource we want to share is the website, OregonGoesToCollege.org. We created this site almost 5 years ago, and we're regularly updating it with new content to support students, families, and educators. Our goal was to create a one-stop shop for basic information related to going to college, with Oregon-specific info where necessary. The website doesn't try to recreate the wheel. Wherever it makes sense, we link to existing national and Oregon-specific resources, including the Office of Federal Student Aid, Big Future, and OSAC. Some of the key information that the site includes: an overview of who can go to college, hint, everybody, why someone should go to college, the types of colleges and degrees, a map and list of all the not-for-profit colleges in Oregon, an overview of entrance requirements for Oregon colleges, basic information about paying for college, and a glossary of key terms. To best serve students and families, these are all available in English and Spanish. In terms of using the website, the first step is for educators to explore the site and see what it contains. Then we encourage educators to use the website with students during careers classes, advisory, or other units. It's also a great resource to refer students and parents to as a one-stop shop throughout the college preparation process. Don't take our word for it. As you can read in this quote, educators agree that Oregon Goes to College is user-friendly and filled with pertinent information. The quote also references a roadmap to success, which is the perfect segue into our next resource.
Exactly, Dana. We designed the It's a Plan College Checklist specifically for Oregon educators, students, and families. They're a comprehensive list of steps to take from middle school through college to prepare for and succeed in college and beyond. You can find all of the checklists on our website, either from the front page by clicking on the College Checklists menu or going directly to OregonGoesToCollege.org/It's a Plan. When you get there, you'll discover you can access the specific checklist you're looking for. You can choose from educators, students, and families, which are also available in Spanish, in any grade level from middle school through college. Each are developmentally appropriate for a student's stage in school, and they're aligned so that each audience knows what students should be doing and how they can help. Almost all of the checklists follow a general framework encouraging students to do 3 things we know are important to increasing readiness for and success in college: achieve, engage, and explore. For each grade level, there are clear and developmentally appropriate suggestions of ways students can actively achieve, engage, and explore. Where appropriate, the checklists point educators and families to resources that will help students take those steps. Here you can see an example of the 10th grade checklist for educators. On the left is a screenshot of the online version. On the right is the downloadable PDF version, which you can access freely from the website. In both, you can see the 3 key focus areas, again, achieve, engage, and explore, and you can see specific objectives that students should work toward in each of those areas. These 3 focus areas, as well as the specific objectives, remain essentially the same over time. The steps that students should take to complete. On the PDF version, those are the statements next to the green checkboxes, and on the online version, the headers that say things like do well in school can be clicked to open and reveal the steps. Those steps change in 2 key ways. First, the student checklist contains developmentally appropriate steps a student should take to, for example, do well in school. And second, the educator and family versions of the checklist contain steps and sometimes links to resources to support students in taking their steps. This format is used for middle school, 9th, 10th, and 11th grades, as well as for college students. But as you know, 12th grade is a pivotal time in the college application, financial aid, and matriculation process. So the senior year checklists are more detailed and contain monthly action items related to applying, paying, and going to college. We've also developed several complementary tools to help you remind students about all their action steps. These include templates for weekly text messages and morning announcements, all of which you can customize for your school or organization, as well as some other communication tools like posters and social media messages. And we're excited to announce earlier this fall a partnership with eBay's Portland office that helped us launch a mobile app specifically for 12th grade students that walks them through every step of the process, giving them reminders and a secure place to store information like social security numbers and website passwords. Currently, the app is available for iOS. The Android version is in development, and we'll be sure to let everyone know when it's ready for download. But for now, you can find the iPhone or iPad version by searching for It's a Plan in the App Store. And here's an example of how the 12th grade checklists look. You can see that they'll be familiar to any student or family member who's been using It's a Plan in the earlier grades, but that the steps are now both more detailed and time sensitive. The checklist can be used in a variety of ways. You can use them in careers classes or advisory or anytime you are with students and have access to computers. Or you can distribute the print copies to be used at home. For example, they're a great handout for parent conference or family nights. The educator versions could be a welcome addition to staff meetings, and we even know of some schools that print the weekly action step posters from the 12th grade checklists and hang them on student lockers.
All right, on to the third way that you can help Oregon go to college. As a complement to the It's a Plan checklist, we also have ready-to-go presentations for each grade that educators can use with students and/or families. The print versions of the checklists, plus PowerPoints and handouts, are available online at oregongostocollege.org/itsaplan/educators/downloads. That's a little lengthy, so you can also access this page from any of the educator checklists online as well. As you can see, this page allows you to download customizable PowerPoints that align with the It's a Plan checklists for each grade. The presentations build on each other in the same way that the checklists do, so that the tasks and information are developmentally appropriate. The presentations were created with good pedagogical practices in mind, including keeping them brief, about 30 minutes. Here you can see a screenshot of some of the slides, designed to be concise and visually appealing. The PowerPoint includes an agenda and presenter notes, and there are built-in activities like a quick game or think, pair, share conversation designed to keep the audience engaged. The activities tie into the 3 overarching themes of achieve, engage, and explore. For example, having participants play a quick game of 20 questions connects to the importance of asking questions and working as a team in order to do well in school. The presentations are great for use with students and/or parents during workshops, conferences, or assemblies. There's nothing to prepare, you can just download and go. Our goal with all of our resources is to make your life easier in supporting students and parents in the college preparation process. We also love feedback and suggestions on other resources or information that would be helpful to you. So please feel free to reach out to us at any time. Now let's move on to the fourth way you can help Oregon go to college.
Some of you are already familiar with the annual statewide senior year events we sponsor: College Application Week, College Cash Campaign, and Decision Day. For those who aren't, we wanted to give a brief overview. Note that for anyone interested in learning more about these events and best practices for hosting them in your school or organization, I'll be hosting another webinar in March. So for now, I'll just give a quick overview of the fun you'll have when you host these events. You can sign up and access coordinator resources from oregongoestocollege.org/events. The 3 events are aligned with the 3 steps that 12th graders need to take to apply, pay, and go to college. We just wrapped up the 6th year of College Application Week at the end of November. Oregon CAW is part of a national effort to increase the number of low-income students who apply to and enroll in college by providing dedicated time and space during the school day when students can work on their applications with the help of school staff and volunteers. More than 100 schools participate throughout the state of Oregon, providing opportunities for thousands of students to submit applications in a supportive and celebratory environment. Student survey results tell us that nearly 3/4 of the students who participate submit their first college application during these events, so we know they're making a big difference in students' lives and application process. Students aren't the only ones who tell us that College Application Week helps them stay focused. Coordinators say the same. Like College Application Week, the College Cash Campaign is a school-based initiative designed to provide students with the assistance they may need to take the step toward college. The campaign runs from October, when FAFSA and ORSA open, through May, when students are learning about budgeting for their first year of college. All of the activities that you currently do, or could do in the future, that help students pay for college can be part of the College Cash Campaign. For example, your financial aid nights, FAFSA ORSA completion events, OSAC and other scholarship application workshops, financial literacy workshops or classes, and the things that you do to help students compare financial aid awards and understand education loans, all of those fall under the umbrella of your College Cash Campaign. So while College Application Week and College Cash Campaign are about supporting students through the steps necessary to gain admittance to and be able to afford higher education, Decision Day is primarily about celebrating their successes. Decision Day is typically held at the start of May, coinciding with the national candidates' reply date for accepting college admission offers. It's all about showing off the good work your 12th graders have done and using their successes and goals to inspire younger students to plan for their futures as well. For all 3 events, we provide planning resources, technical assistance, and a little bit of swag to help schools and organizations participate in these statewide initiatives. There's no cost to be an official site, and the majority of sites spend no or very little money to host the events. In other words, there are a lot of bang for little to no buck.
All right, our 5th and final way you can help Oregon go to college is by utilizing social media. We know it's important to meet students, families, and educators where they're at. So Oregon Goes to College is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We encourage you to follow or like us, as well as ask your students and families to do the same. We know many schools, districts, Aspire programs, or career centers have their own social media presence. So work with the appropriate folks at your district to like or follow Oregon Goes to College from those accounts. If you don't have social media set up for your school, now might be a good time to consider it. If you're concerned about the workload, you can share the responsibility with more than one person, or even ask students to help set it up and moderate. Here's a sampling of the variety of our posts. We have reminders for 12th grade students that align with the It's a Plan checklists, again, both in English and Spanish. Deadlines for Oregon, regional, and national scholarships. Spotlights on Oregon colleges. Photos of events from Oregon high schools, and links to blog posts on the website. Again, we try to make your job easier so you don't need to do much more than hit share or retweet. We also see many educators and parents tag their students in specific posts. for scholarship deadline reminders, for instance. We appreciate your help in spreading college information, deadline, and resources via social media. So, on to questions. We've got plenty of time left. So, how to access the presentations? So, the link is a little bit lengthy. It's OregonGoesToCollege.org/itsaplan/educator/downloads. But I think Adrian will also be able to show you on the screen how to access that.
If you're starting on the homepage, which this is, the way that I like to do it is to go to college checklists and then scroll down to educators. And that will bring us to the main educator page where you can find all of the access to the different checklists available. But the download section is on this button here where it says to download PDF checklists. And then you can see this screen that might look familiar from the PowerPoint presentation. And each of the PowerPoints are here on the right-hand side.
Marley asked, does the website have any specific links or resources for homeless and unaccompanied students? So, Adrian, do you want to?
Yeah, so this menu option for who can go, if we click on that, which actually you can either click on that or go to who, which works better on my computer. On this particular screen here, you can see there are a variety of different circumstances that somebody might have. The big piece of this page of who can go is that everyone can go. Some people might have some specific circumstances, and this is a place that those folks can go to find information. So you can see here we've got, information for students who are undocumented, who might be foster youth, homeless, and I think all of the things that you mentioned are listed in this section too, and each of those has a little bit of information and then links to either other places on our website or outside websites, whichever makes the most sense for the best access to information.
Right. Again, we're not trying to recreate the wheel. So, for example, for homeless and unaccompanied youth, the National Association for the Education of Homeless Children and Youth has a specific hotline for helping students navigate higher education, and they are the best folks to talk to. So, yeah, and if there are other resources that we should be including on this page or other populations that we're not meeting, please, again, let us know. Let's see, the question about swag offered during college cash campaign. Does it cost money? So the swag that we offer has varied year to year. Usually, at the very least, we offer some color posters to help you promote the event, as well as stickers, which are often used on bulletin boards to show how many students have applied for college or applied for financial aid. In the photo that we showed, there were also some t-shirts, and those were purchased by the school. Those were not provided by us. So, some schools go above and beyond what we offer. We've occasionally given out a little bit more swag in the past, but at the very least, we provide some posters and some stickers for all of the events as you sign up. We're happy to answer questions after the fact as well. Feel free to peruse the website and the resources, and those might give you more questions that you didn't have a chance to ask today.